स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे.
Let me express a main word, key word. I can call this word as Mahavagya. Mahavakya, the word which you need to completely understand. Maybe modern day Mahavakya. The word is unclutched. Be unclutched. That is the Mahavakya. Now, let us try to analyze, understand and internalize this one truth. One Mahavakya. We have beautiful different Mahavakyas in Vedic tradition. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi. So many wonderful Mahavakyas. Ayamanma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahmam, Sarvangalvidam Brahmam. These are all different Mahavakyas. Be unclutched. What do I mean by the word being unclutched? Let me try to explain it with a simple diagram. How continuously our mind is working and how we are clutching, connecting and creating a life or suffering. How we are creating the ignorance or depression. Let me describe. Then you will be able to understand what do I mean by the word unclutching. Please come back if you have changed the channel in between. Now it is time. We enter into the Satya, the truth. The real experience of Atato Brahma Jignasat happening. Means let us inquire into the reality and have courage to go into the experience wherever the reality leads. How our mind works, how we create thoughts and how we give meaning to it and how we experience life. A simple diagram. I'll try to explain. For example, the thoughts are happening in your system. These are all different thoughts. I'm just trying to give kind of a diagram. Different shape, different size, different length or different width, different kinds of thoughts. Sometimes thought is about some joyful experience which you had. Sometimes some suffering which you had, or sometimes some guilt thoughts, or sometimes again some joyful memories, sometimes some painful memories, then again some depressing memories, sometime again then some suffering, different thoughts. If you just do a simple experiment, just for 5 minutes, if you write whatever comes without editing, as it is, whatever goes inside, without editing, as it is, and read that page again, suddenly you will realize you are nothing but a bunch of unconnected, independent, illogical, unclutched thoughts. Please understand. The thinking flow which is happening inside you is not logically connected. For example, if you see a dog in the street, suddenly you will remember the dogs which you have seen when you were a child, or the dogs about which you used to be afraid. You are frightened. Then you will remember your childhood days. Then you will remember the teacher under whom you studied. Then you will remember the place where the teacher stayed. The thought chain, the link will go on. But there is no logical connection between the dog which you saw in front of you in the street and the teacher with whom you studied when you were young. Of course, both of them barked at you, shouted at you. There is no logical connection. Suddenly from where the mind moves to where, there is no logical connection. If you study deeply, and you go back to your house, try this experiment just for 5 minutes. Just for 5 minutes, keep alarm, pen down whatever comes. If you think no thoughts are coming, write that also. Whatever goes inside, like the West, they have a dragon software. All the doctors use for medical transcription. Whatever you speak, it will transcribe. I also use some time for writing books. If your mind is connected to a dragon software, how it will transcribe? Transcribe the same way, whatever goes on inside, with the same kind of grammatical errors, or same accent, or the same pronunciation, or same words. Even if it does not make any sense, just pen down. Suddenly you will see you are nothing but a bunch of independent, illogical, unconnected, unclutched thoughts. You do not know why particular thought is raising after a particular thought. There is no logical reason. There is no logical reason. Just something arises, and then next something else is arising. Next something else is arising. Thoughts are flowing. Words are flowing. When you are aware, usually, sometime suddenly you will become aware of your body and your existence. At those moments, any thought which flows in front of you becomes your life. You start giving attention to it, either to fulfill or to escape. Understand? It's like a projector light is there. Any slide which is kept in front of that projector light is seen as a reality in the screen. One problem is this: in your inner space, the projector light is not continuously on. It just comes and goes, comes and goes. Whenever you are not aware of your existence, many times, even though your eyes are open, even though your body is moving, you will not be aware of your existence. You can see in your life, you will get into your car in your house, drive for half an hour. Only after you reach the office, park the car, and when you come out of the car, suddenly you will realize, oh, I finished my driving. Office come. I reached office. You would have taken 200 decisions in that half an hour. Right, left, giving brake, stopping for signal. But you are not aware of your existence. That is why you don't remember all these decisions you took and all these things happened in you. Means those few moments, the projector light was off. Any slide which was moving in front of it is not part of your life. Again, for no reason, the light comes on. When the light is on, when you are aware that you exist, whatever thought moves in front of you, they become your part. They become your life. Understand? It's a very subtle truth. Your life is totality of all the thoughts moving in front of you, but unfortunately, many times, many major decisions, thoughts, the life-changing incidents happens when you are not aware. It's like this film which moves when the projector light was off, that also is part of your life, part of your biography. But unfortunately, you are not aware of the scenes, decisions, thoughts which went on, which contributes to your life, which is also part of your life just because the light is off. Every single moment which passes in your life without you being aware of this moment, of your presence, is suffering. Either directly or indirectly, it will add to suffering. Either directly you will invite or indirectly you will create a situation for the suffering. It's a very important thing. How, when you turn your cars, the indicators blink, same way, your consciousness also blinks. You do not know when it is on, when it is off. If you just see the thought flow in front of you, suddenly you will realize, oh God, all these things are going on in me. Then what is going on inside me? I myself do not know where I am heading. I myself do not know what is happening in me. Here, understand this diagram, then we will see more deeper and deeper truths. First, I wanted all of you to understand, you are not aware of all the decisions, all the thoughts moving inside you, inspiring you to live the way in which you are living, inspiring you to think the way in which you are thinking, inspiring you to be the way you are. You are not aware, but constantly we believe we are aware. That is the first illusion. That is the first illusion. The second, whenever I say this point, people get frightened. People feel frightened. Oh God, already I have enough suffering. Now he is adding one more suffering and one more fear that I do not know where I am heading. Understand? I am not adding suffering. I am just helping you to experience, open up to the reality. One more thing. Opening up to reality, even though it feels like suffering in the initial level, will always lead you to the joy and bliss, because Sat, by its very nature, is Chit. Sat means the truth. By its very nature is Chit, means power, consciousness. And Ananda, bliss. By its very nature, Sat leads to Chit and Chit leads to Ananda. Even though in the initial level it feels like a little more responsibility, little more load, now itself already many of your mind would have decided, no. What he says may be right, that I am not aware of everything happening in front of me, but I can't become aware of everything happening in front of me. Oh, living in the present moment, being aware of whatever is going on, that and all is not for me. I tried many times, Swamiji, you don't know how many techniques I tried. Understand, we are not that dumb as we think. We are not that dumb as we think. We have huge possibility, huge potentiality. Maybe the right initiation has not happened. The right click has not happened. So don't close the file. No, I tried many times. You don't know how many gurus I went and how many techniques I tried. There are many people. I call them professional seekers. Their profession is seeking. Anywhere, any board, any Swami, any Guru, any saint, any Baba, any Mahatma, any Amma, anybody, they will be there. Not for learning, just for judging. What he is teaching, let me see. People come to me and ask me, I know everything, Swami, just give me in essence what extra you can add to me. I tell them, please, sorry, I don't know anything extra to add you. I can only remove something from you. What you think as knowledge, I can remove that so that the truth can happen. Please do not come to the decision, no, he is again, I think, going to teach living in the present moment. I know, I tried many times, it does not work out, and even if it works out, sometime it goes away. No, I am not going to teach you in living in the present moment. Because you are living, why should I teach? Even if you are suffering about your past, you are suffering in the present. Even if you are worrying about your future, you are worrying in the present. So you are in the present. I am not going to teach you to be in the present. All I am doing is trying to take away some ideas which you think as your mind. The first truth is you are not aware of all the things which is happening in front of you. You do not remember your biography as it happened. That is the first truth. You remember only as you want it. People ask me. Many times I tell them, if your thought per second, TPS, I call it TPS, thoughts per second, if it comes down, you will have clarity about your past and future. They tell me, what? About past? Already I have clarity. Why should I have clarity about my past by bringing the TPS down? Now itself I know my past. No. Please understand, you don't know your past. You don't remember, recollect the past as it happened. You recollect only as you want it, not as it happened. Just a simple example here. See, if your life was filled with different kinds of incidents, joy, suffering, guilt, joy, pain, depression, sad, different quality of incidents. You do not look at the life as it is. Usually what we do, I use the word we because sometimes people think that the word you means too condescending. That's the reason I use the word we. The problem is, in the public place, you can neither use we nor use you. If I say you, somebody feels condescending. If I use the word we, if you also have the same problem, how can you teach me? That is the big problem. Anyhow, because I don't have any other word, better to use the word we. What usually we do, some joy, some suffering, some guilt, some joy, some pain, some... This is our life, different thoughts, different experiences. Usually, you collect only all the suffering related incidents and create a shaft, create a connecting idea and think your life is nothing but suffering. Understand? You collect suffering, guilt, pain, depression, suffering. All these kinds of thoughts, connect them, and you think your life is a long chain of suffering. Your life is a pain shaft. I have seen people, the moment I ask, how are you? You are from where? First thing everybody invariably starts, you don't know Swamiji, nobody has suffered like me in the life. This is a common introduction for their biography. Even my enemies should not suffer the amount of suffering I went through, Swamiji. Even in that, they want to be in the top. Even in suffering, they want to be in the top. Not second. Nobody has suffered like me, Swamiji. You don't know. Even in that, we have to be in the top. And not only that, see, not just they tell this to me, they believe strongly this. They forget the joyful incidents which happened in between. The joyful incidents, joyful memories which happens in between. They collect only the negative things, connect them and create a shaft. I call this as pain shaft. Pain shaft. Very rarely, sometime you create a joy shaft, but very rare, not only number, even the quality will be very rare. You collect the joyful incidents and create a joy shaft. Means you feel life is joy. But most of the time, you collect all the painful memories and incidents and create an idea, life is pain. Understand? If you create the shaft, life is pain, the problem will be, you will be just waiting for more and more painful incidents to be added. Anything you believe, you start believing, you will collect more and more experience and argument to strengthen that belief. Once you believe your life is a long pain shaft, that's enough. You will be just waiting to pick up only the painful incidents and elongate that shaft. You will be just waiting. You will never be able to remember or respect the joyful things happening in your life. You will continuously wait. Next, when is pain, when is pain, when is pain, and you will add. You will be waiting, meditating for pain. You will be meditating for pain. I have seen people just waiting to add that, elongate the pain shaft. Just waiting to add how the pain shaft can be elongated. One important thing we need to understand, believing that life is a pain shaft or believing the life is a joy shaft, the continuous incidents of joyful things, life is continuous happenings of painful things. The moment you believe life is a continuous happening of painful things, unconsciously you will try to strengthen the belief, but consciously you will try to break the pain shaft. Understand? Unconsciously what you will be doing? You will be continuously collecting more and more painful memories and incidents to strengthen your belief, strengthen the idea. But consciously you will be trying to break. Big problem is, neither you can break the pain shaft, nor you can add to the joy shaft, because both shaft does not exist. It is just your memory. Please understand. The reality happening is this main line. Different memories, incidents continuously flowing, and that is also not connected logically. That is why I have given a gap between every thought, different shape, different size, it just comes and disappears, just it's happening. If you think your life is big pain shaft, a chain of painful incidents, then you will pick up only the painful things and add. I have seen people carrying the memory, a very huge memory. The other day, one guy came to me and said, Swamiji, I'm going to divorce, please bless me. I said, usually we bless only for marriage, not for divorce. Can you tell me the reason? Let me analyze. The other day I was reading an article, I don't know how much it is true. 33% is divorce rate in Bangalore. I don't know how much it is true. I pray that it should not be true. In the West, 59% single homes. Understand? And 47% of the people die without having a close friend or a relative to receive the body. Body is taken by some professional organizations, undertakers, professional undertakers. It is just too much. This guy came and asked me, I'm going to divorce, please bless me. I said, first let us analyze why you are going to do. Then we will try to sort out. He said, that and all you don't know, Swamiji, you just bless me. I said, I cannot bless as you want. Only if I am convinced I can bless. And it's not like something I have and you can take it without my will. You can't steal blessings, fortunately. He said, the actual reason, the immediate cause was, she brought coffee and it spilled on the cloth, that's all. I asked, don't you see clearly it is not enough reason for divorce? Why don't you realize? Why don't you understand? He said, you don't know, Swami. Today she will pour coffee, tomorrow she will pour acid, you don't know. No, he said he actually told me, you don't know, today she will pour coffee, tomorrow she will pour acid. I said, why don't you be little logical? Why don't you be little truthful? How can you connect coffee and acid? Sometimes it feels same. How can you connect coffee and acid? Don't you see the gap is too much? You are creating too much of ideas in your head. You are creating too many things. He said, no, Swamiji, you don't know. Last 10 years, how much I suffered with her, you don't know. I told him, do not just create a pain shaft. Just come out with incidents. Then we can analyze, look into it. Don't create a pain shaft. Pain shaft will stay only if you are unconscious. Please understand. Your opinion about life as pain shaft or joy shaft will stay only as long as you are unconscious, not when you are aware. I told him, just come out. Incident by incident, let us analyze. He started telling me, in South India there is a habit, during marriage, in a small pot they will put a ring, and the bride and bridegroom, both of them are supposed to try to pick up that ring. Whoever gets it, it's theirs. It's a small game. These are all done in those days. Only during marriage the bride and bridegroom will see each other. So it's like a technique for zeroing down the distance. Just to zero down the distance, this kind of simple plays are done. This guy is saying, Swamiji, even during that play, she scratched my hand with a nail. Now see the file he is carrying in his head. I was really surprised. From there he started telling me, after 2-3 minutes I told, stop, stop, stop. Much worse than police record. Much worse than police record. I said, I think you should not ask divorce, she should ask. Living with you, she should ask. Now this is what we are doing continuously. Sometime about others, sometime about ourselves. But constantly we create a pain shaft or joy shaft. One important thing we forget. Neither we elongate the pain shaft, neither we can break the pain shaft, nor we can elongate the joy shaft, because it does not exist. It does not exist. Just try to elongate the joyful moments. Try to hold on. If some joy happens, try to hold on to that experience. It won't stay. Not only that, try to reproduce the same ambience, same people, same place, same thing, everything, even the same temperature again. You will not have that same joy. Addiction means believing that joy or ecstasy came due to some object or person or situation, and trying to reproduce the same thing again and again, even though the same joy or experience does not come back again. Understand? This is the definition of addiction. Trying to elongate the joy shaft by recreating or reproducing or again bringing the same persons, situations or incidents or the happenings in your life. If you try, knowing that same joy is not coming, is what I call addiction. Anything. Some people are addicted to partying. Some people are addicted to smoking. Some people are addicted to drinking. Some people are addicted even to newspaper reading, especially the violent things. You do not know how much of violence we are swallowing. Understand? The more and more violence you swallow, you will become aware only if the violent pictures are moving in front of you. Means the projector light which is in front of, inside you, the awareness that you exist, will come to life only when the violent thoughts crash in front of you. Because whatever you cherish, it's like alarm clock. You tell yourself, oh, I cherish this kind of thoughts. When those kind of thoughts are coming in front of my mind, please wake me up. It's an automatic alarm clock. If you are enjoying lustful thoughts, whenever lustful thoughts crash your system, you will come to the awareness, I exist. If you are enjoying violence, whenever the violent thoughts come in your system, you will come to life, that I exist. If you come to life, that I exist, the thoughts will get strengthened and empowered. If you empower a particular thought again and again, when those thoughts crash your inner space, you will come back to life. It will become vicious circle. This is what I call vicious circle. You empowering negativity and negativity bringing you back to life. You empowering again the more negativity and the more negativity bringing you to life and excitement. That is why if you start cherishing violence, please understand, if you start cherishing violence, you don't have to reach hell, you are in hell. Even if you reach, you won't find any difference. You won't find any difference. See, I am not talking about getting the informations about life, some accident, some murder. These are all knowing about life, to be safe. That is not I am talking about. Many times we enjoy violence, reading tabloids and seeing violent things in the media. especially reading tabloids. It's called letters, they call it selling violence. Very strong words are there. I don't want to use those strong words. Selling violence. The other day I was reading an article, very scientifically, with the scientific data and statistics. They say, in any city, if the boxing competition or boxing programs happen, what do you call in India? Same boxing. Fighting. This kind of programs happen, the public programs. I think in India it doesn't happen. In the West it is very common. Boxing fighting happens, within 30 days, the crime rate of the city goes up by 30%. You'll be surprised. Same way, the other study, if a group of people meditate sitting in the center of the city, within 30 days, 67% crime rate comes down. It's done by one of the leading organization teaching meditation, Maharshi Mahesh Yogi's TM group. They have done this research in so many cities and proved it. Anyhow, see, they can afford to have this boxing, these violent programs because they have an infrastructure to control the society, to manage the society. There is no county, there is no village without police station. If you just call 911, in USA, within 3 minutes, you will see a cop standing in front of your home to take care of you, attend you. We can't afford to copy, duplicate, bring the same violence in our society. Our country is running because of Ramayana and Mahabharata, not by any law enforcement force. With all our infrastructure, we can maintain only a small percentage of our country. Our country runs by cosmic constitution, the eternal cosmic constitution. We call it Sanatana Dharma. So we can't afford to break it. I want all our intellectuals to understand. Please understand. The Indian intellectuals should understand. We can't afford to break our dharma. We don't have a replacing infrastructure if we dump our dharma. We don't have something to replace and maintain the social balance. If we are going to dump our dharma, we are swallowing too much of violence. Too much of violence, too much of these tabloid ideas. I've seen. See this, if you see the people who read these weekly tabloids, these idiotic things, you will see very low level consciousness. They will be constantly attracting accidents in their life, suffering in their life, because they are just waiting for painful incidents that gives them excitement. Kind of a very beautiful example by Ramana Maharshi. The dog will try to bite the dry bone, biting. The bone will poke the mouth. From its own mouth the blood will come out. The dog will think that blood is coming from the bone and drink the blood, enjoy that blood. Exactly same thing happens in you when you swallow violence, when you eat violence, when you are digesting violence. Save yourself from violence. Understand, not just by the physical violence, even the psychological violence which is constantly getting added into the society, into our system by too many sources. If violence excites you, you will be waiting for that kind of incidents in your life. If pain excites you, if you believe life is pain shaft, you will be waiting for that kind of incidents in your life. and strengthen your belief. Understand? This is an important truth. The depression or low mood which you experienced 10 years ago, the depression or low mood which you experienced 9 years ago, the depression which you experienced 8 years ago, the depression which you experienced 1 year ago, they are all independent experiences happened in your life because of independent incidents. 10 years ago you would have been in depression because you don't have son. 4 years ago you may be in depression because you have a son. It is independent incidents causing independent experiences. But in the inner space, for the sake of convenience, you archive all the sufferings in one file for easy remembrance and easy reference. When you archive them all in one file, by and by, you start thinking, you connect all these depression experiences and come to an idea, my last 10-year life was depression. No. All 10 different depression experiences happened in you, happened due to different reason, different time, different experience. But when you connect all of them and see, you come to an idea, last 9 years I was in depression. The moment you come to an idea, I was in depression last 9 years, now you created an enemy who does not exist. Now you start fighting with him. I have to come out of depression. What to do? The moment you create a shaft, last 9 years you were in depression, now you know for sure next 9 years you are going to be in depression. You will say, yes, last 9 years I was in depression. Then naturally tomorrow morning I am going to be in depression. How can I suddenly come out? How is it going to happen? I am going to be in depression. Passive agreement with your enemy. Understand? First thing, you create an enemy who does not exist. Second thing, you already made a passive agreement with your enemy. You won the game. Then how do you think you will not attract depression? You created an enemy who does not exist and already created a passive agreement with him that you won the game. Then naturally then you say, no, Swamiji, I am in depression, please do something. My presence cannot help, only your presence can help you. Your presence only can help you. Nothing else can be done. Same way, the pain. People come and tell me, Swamiji, last 20 years I have knee pain. No, it cannot be. Please understand, it cannot be. I am not disrespecting you or adding more suffering to you by saying all problems are in your head. No, I am not disrespecting you. I am just telling you the truth. All problems are in your head. Please understand, I am not disrespecting you by saying, I am just stating the truth. The knee pain which you experienced 2 years ago, the knee pain which you experienced 1 year ago, the knee pain which you experienced 2 months ago, the knee pain which you experienced 2 hours ago are independent experiences. When you connect them and see, you stop the possibility of self-healing. Please understand. You stop the possibility of self-healing. Whether you believe it or not, medical science proves your body constantly updates itself and replaces itself once in every 365 days. Even your brain cells are replaced once in 365 days. The intestine is replaced once in 47 days. Every organ is replaced within particular number of days. If you are carrying a particular disease for quite a long time, it means you have a strong belief it is a continuous shaft. It is a continuous experience. Your unconscious belief, something is a continuous experience, forces your mind to bring the same pain and disease back. For example, once in 47 days, your intestine gets replaced completely. Understand? I am not saying, Ayurveda is not telling. If Ayurveda says, you won't believe. Medical science is telling. The logical, allopathy medical science is saying, once in 47 days, your intestine cells are completely replaced. If you are carrying any disease related to more than 47 days, even the new system which you created with a mental setup, I have this problem, so I have to have this problem. Strong belief, you have this problem, naturally you will say, if new intestine is given to you, no, this is not mine, bring mines. This is not mine, bring mine. Have you heard the story in those days? At a young age, one woodcutter was there, he was cutting a tree near the river, and his axe fell in the water. One goddess appeared, and she brought a golden axe and asked, is it yours? He said, no. Then she brought silver. She asked, is it yours? He said, no. Then she brought his axe, made out of iron. She asked, is it yours? He said, yes, it is mine. Then she is very pleased and she handed over all the three. You would have heard the story. Understand, in that story, it is okay. But I wanted to tell you the extension of the story. Now second edition has come. Same hunter was cutting the tree on the same river. He was being assisted by his wife. Suddenly, by mistake, the wife fell in the river. And the goddess appeared, brought a beautiful woman. Young, beautiful, then the wife. And I asked, is she your wife? This guy said, yes. And goddess got very annoyed. And she got angry. How dare you, greedy fellow? Last time with the axe, you told the truth. But now with the wife, you are telling the lie. He says, no, you don't understand my problem. Last time you asked, first gold, then silver, then my axe. When I said it is mine, you gave all three. Now again, if you give three women to me, what will I do? I know with one what suffering I am going through. That is the reason I took precautionary steps. I just wanted to stop with one. Anything is okay, but just send one, not second. Anyhow, just like how the goddess is asking, something better than yours, is it yours? Same way, every time, the Parashakti is asking, is this your new body? She is creating new body, the nature, the self-healing energy which resides in you. That is what is Parashakti, your mother's part, understand? The energy which is inside your body and rejuvenates yourself is the part contributed to you by your mother. It's from your mother, Parashakti. Your mother is a representation of the cosmic mother. So when cosmic mother comes and says, is this new intestine is yours? You say, no, bring my old one. Your mental setup is such. We strongly believe the depression or disease is a shaft happening inside us. It is not. It is not. The depression you experienced 10 years ago, the depression you experienced 9 years ago, the depression you experienced 8 years ago are independent, unconnected incidents, experiences. When you connect all of them and see, You created a pain shaft, depression shaft. Oh, my life is depression. Now, you are ready to get defeated by the unknown enemy. One important thing, this is a very basic truth. Neither you can break the shaft, nor you can elongate the shaft, because the shaft does not exist. All you can do is just be aware that it does not exist. You created it. Understand? For the sake of convenience and easy reference, you put all the depression incidents in one file and kept. By and by you started believing all of them are existentially connected. No. They are not existentially connected. All your different experiences. One more thing. The moment you believe all your depression is connected and you are a depressed being, the small joyful things happened in between will be forgotten by you. You will not even remember them. Understand? You will not even remember them. That is what I am saying. Not having clear picture about past. If you have a clear picture about your past, it will become a solid experience. It will not be a load. It will become a strength. Undigested past is a load. Digested past is a strength. We don't digest our past. It stays on us like a load, like a headache. Here, when you connect all the painful incidents and create a pain shaft, you create an enemy who does not exist and start fighting with him. You see, understand? I am repeating some of the words again and again because suddenly you might have changed the channel for the sake of people who are tuning in just now. CNN I have seen, they read the news, suddenly they'll say, welcome to the people who are tuning in just now. Headlines once more. That's the reason I am reading the headlines again and again. If it is little boring, please bear with me. I am repeating so that it can enter into the system. Somebody asked Buddha, why are you repeating the same thing for 40 years? He says, if you would have heard first time, why do you think I will repeat second time? The shaft does not exist. Basically, you are an independent, illogical, irresponsible. No two thoughts are responsible for others' existence or disappearance. Understand? No two thoughts are responsible for other thoughts' existence or disappearance. Illogical, independent, irresponsible, unconnected, unclutched thoughts. But you are afraid to live with such an undefined frame of mind. You are afraid to live with undefined mind. So you try to define. Trying to define is the first problem. When you try to define, you have to create some shaft, either as pain or as joy. Understand? Even with your spouse, you live maximum 6 months. Maximum 6 months we live. Within 6 months, we create an idea about that person. After that, you live only with the idea which you have about that person, not with the spouse. Anything the other person does, you will look through that idea only. 6 months you will come to an idea, oh, this is the punishment given to me by God. Or, I don't have to go to hell after death. Some idea. You will see continuously whatever she or he does through that scale, through that idea, through that mirror, through that glass. You don't live with a person. You live with a concept. Same way, about your mind, you have an idea, either pain shaft or joy shaft. You live with that shaft, not with the experience. In experience, joy, pain, everything, so many things are coming up. So many things are happening. One more thing. Between every thought, there is a gap. Understand? It's like a fish tank. Water bubbles are coming in the fish tank. Between every bubble, there is a gap. Because the gap is too small, you think it's a stream. It is not stream. Between every thought, there is a gap. There is a gap. It is just independent, illogical thoughts moving. The problem is, when you can't live with that, when you don't want to live with that independent, illogical movements, you create an idea, pain shaft or joy shaft, and struggle with it. You create an enemy who does not exist and fight with it. Fight with that person.
स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे.
Now all you need to do is stop creating this pain shaft or joy shaft. Stop clutching all these painful incidents and creating a shaft. Stop clutching all the joyful things and creating a shaft. The essence of whatever I was talking is stop clutching and creating a shaft. That's enough. You will see suddenly the shaft disappears. Shaft does not exist. Understand? Some of these important truths. Now we are coming to the initiation part. Any thought may suddenly click with you. God, yes, that is what is going on in me. That is what I am doing. One important truth. Even if you want, even if you try consciously, you cannot possess, sit, catch your suffering. Understand? It's a very important truth. Even if you try to catch, you cannot catch your suffering. Because continuously your suffering is also replaced by different thoughts. One person came and asked me an important thing. Swamiji, I am suffering with lustful thoughts. Please give me some solution. I told him, just sit. Half an hour. Your mind should not go anywhere else. Meditate just on lustful thoughts. Think only lustful thoughts. No other thoughts allowed. In 10 minutes he opened his eyes and said, I am not able to concentrate on lustful thoughts, Swamiji. I said, what are you talking? You told me just now you are haunted by those thoughts. I asked you to meditate on it. Just be with it. Now you are saying, your mind is not staying on those thoughts. Your mind is going somewhere else. Understand? Fortunately, you can have only one thought at a time. Am I right? You can have only one thought at a time. The moment some other thought is coming in your inner space means the earlier thought has lost its power or influence over you. Am I right? Please come with me. Every statement. Fortunately, you can have only one thought at a time. The moment a new thought has come inside your system, the old thought has lost its power or influence over your system. For example, the moment you decide to stand up and leave, you renounce the thought of sitting and listening. The moment you renounce the thought of standing and leaving, You decided to sit and listen. It's like the moment you stand up, you renounce the thought of sitting. The moment you decide to sit down, you renounce the thought of standing up. Any thought which comes in you newly replaces the old thought. The old thought loses its power or influence over you by new thought. Am I right? One person came and asked me, Swamiji, I am haunted by death fear. I have so much fear about losing my wealth and about my death. Give me some solution. Please remove my fear. I told him, please have a cup of coffee. He said, what do you mean, Swamiji? I said, just think of having a cup of coffee and have a cup of coffee. He said, what is there? How can that help me? I told, the moment you are able to think of having a cup of coffee or decide to have a cup of coffee, the fear, death fear which is haunting your inner space has left your inner space. Am I right? Unless the death fear which is haunting his inner space leaves his inner space, he cannot think of having a cup of coffee. Am I right? So naturally, a simple thought to have a cup of coffee can remove the so-called powerful death fear. That guy said, no, Swamiji, it looks too simple. But the death fear comes back, what should I do? If it comes back, have one more cup of coffee, that's all. No, you don't understand how seriously I am talking. You are playing with me. I said, I am not playing, just simple thing. Understand? Just simple understanding. Fortunately, you can have only one thought at a time. The moment a new thought comes, it means the old thought has lost its power over you. Otherwise, new thought cannot come inside. Otherwise, the old thought cannot be replaced. If the old thought is so strong, it will just multiply and sit on you. It won't leave your inner space. The moment a new thought comes, it means the old thought has lost its power over you, it has left you. Only because of that, a new thought can come inside. So the moment you can have a thought to have a cup of coffee or a cup of water, the so-called death fear has already left you. He is not able to understand. He said, no. It cannot be so simple. I am really having fear, Swamiji. It comes back. I told him, now you know the method how to replace the death fear once, then do the same thing again and again, that's all. He said, no, it comes back. Once I can drink a cup of coffee, next time what to do? Have a cup of buttermilk, that's all. No, it comes back third time. Have a cup of water, that's all. Understand, any thought which comes inside your inner space newly replaces the old thought, even if it was worst fear, even if it was worst depression, even if it was worst suffering, even if it was worst attachment, even if it was lust, anything it can be, anything it may be. The new thought happening in you proves your inner space is now replaced by a new thought. The old thought has lost its power over your inner space. Any thought which can lose its power over your inner space, why are you afraid of it? Why should you be afraid of it? Constantly we are carrying the fear that we will not be able to conquer our fear. We are carrying the fear we will not be able to go beyond our attachment. We are carrying the fear we will not be able to go beyond our suffering. Understand, an important thing. This is what I call click, the initiation. If a thought can be replaced, if a thought can leave your inner space once, it means it can again and again removed as many number of times as it comes. That's all. People tell me, no, how many times I can replace? What is there? Every time when it comes, have a cup of water in front of you, sip once and keep it. Just play with your mind, tease your mind till it stops. Tease your mind till it stops. It may look very funny. No, it looks too simple. How can this be done? I may look like a mad person. Nothing wrong. Looking is perfectly all right than being. Looking is nothing wrong than being. Understand simple truth. If a new thought can replace the old thought, then naturally no thought can occupy and possess and torture your inner space eternally. This is what is the click. This is what is the basic truth. Just one thought, a cup of water. The thought to have a cup of water can replace the so-called powerful death fear from you. It can be replaced. It means what? All you need is cup of water to conquer your fear. All you need is cup of coffee to conquer your lust. But mind says, no, it is not that easy. No, Swamiji. It comes back, what to do? It again comes back. If it comes back, you also again come back. You also again stand up. Understand? If you can replace 10 times, the 11th time thought will not come. The frequency will come down. The frequency will come down. Fortunately, you have a pure inner space which does not get corrupted by the flowing thoughts. An important thing. You have, fortunately, a screen which does not get burnt by the burning scene. If you project a burning scene on the screen through the film, will the screen be burnt? No. Same way, fortunately, you have an inner space, pure inner space, which does not get corrupted, polluted, or get possessed by a particular idea or a thought. Understand? This understanding deeply can completely liberate you from all the sufferings you create for yourself. It can bring tremendous self-healing into you, tremendous freedom to you, and tremendous courage and confidence. See, now, if any fear arises in you, what you need to do? Cup of coffee. Cup of coffee. And one more thing, immediately mind will question, no, if I handle all fears like this, what will happen if my property is taken away? Who will maintain my family? Don't bother. You have an innate intelligence, which I call prarabdha, powerful enough, capable enough to manage your life using your body and mind. All you need to do is stop creating the sufferings which you are creating. That's all. Please be very clear. Life does not happen because of you. Life happens in spite of you. Life happens in spite of you, not because of you. Come back and clutch again and again. Do not clutch the thoughts and create meaning. Give meaning to it. Unclutch again and again. Come back and rest. You may say, how to unclutch? I don't know, I don't think I can unclutch from my mind. This very thought, I don't think I can unclutch from my mind, you already unclutched, because this new thought can come only if the old thought leaves you. Fear can come only if the lust leaves. Lust can come only if the fear leaves. You can have a thought to have a cup of water only if the fear leaves. You can have a thought to have a cup of coffee only if the suffering leaves. The moment you are able to think that I should have a cup of coffee, already the so-called suffering has left. If that is sitting inside your inner space, how can you have a new thought? You can't. Understand? Handle your enemy one at a time. If you think, no, it's a long story, you don't know Swamiji, I tried 1000 techniques, I can teach you many more techniques, nothing works, and my mind is not that simple as you think, maybe your mind is simple, that is how it worked. Please understand, even in foolishness, we are not in peak. That's one of the important truths we need to understand. All of us have a very clear idea. We are in the worst ignorance. No, it is not. Just the simple one truth. If a simple thought of having a cup of coffee can come inside, means any serious thought, it may be pain or suffering or anything it can be, it has left me. That is why the new thought is able to come. That is why I have inner space to entertain a new thought. So as long as you have freedom to entertain a new thought, you have an inner space to entertain a new thought, be very clear, you cannot be possessed or tortured by any suffering, any depression and any pain. Because you can just bring one thought, new thought. The moment you bring a new thought, what happened? The old thought has left you. Unless it leaves, you cannot bring a new thought. So be very clear. Your power to bring new thought itself proves you have power to drop the old thought. Instead of looking at the ability to replace, you are looking at the ability to bring it back. You have both. If you are constantly looking at the ability to bring it back, you will create suffering. Oh, it comes back, it comes back, it comes back. If you are constantly looking at the ability to remove, you will feel liberation. Understand? What you mother, that you hatch. The hen mothers the egg and gets the chicken out, hatches the chicken. Chicken comes out. If you are mothering the thought you can replace any suffering, you will bring that into reality. If you are mothering the thought, no, whatever I replace will come back, you will bring that in your experience. If you are mothering the thought that it is going to come back, it will come back. If you are mothering the thought, it is going to go out, it will go out. Where you put your awareness, where you put your attention is the important thing. Understand? Your very ability to get a new thought shows you have ability to discard a old thought. Any thought can be discarded by any simple thought. This simple understanding is more than enough to unclutch and to rest. One important thing. Whenever any fear, any unsolvable problem comes, all you need to do from today is have a cup of water. That's all. And just say, that's all. Your mind will get little perturbed and shaken. Understand, your suffering can rule you just because you are afraid of it. Have you seen in this underworld dadas, when they get created, they too will have fear, deep fear. But just your fear towards them will empower them. Same way, your mind too has fear about you. But your fear about your mind, your fear towards your mind just empowers your mind. Your mind also sometimes feels, oh, what is this? But you are more afraid of your mind. Then naturally what happens? Your mind gets empowered. All you need to do, understand, this is the initiation. Anything, one more thing, even once if you can replace your depression from your inner space, have confidence. I replaced. I can do it again. That's all. If 10 times it comes back, let me do it 10 times. That's all. The very clarity I am going to do. Understand, there is a very beautiful story in Buddha's life. Buddha says, whenever I sat in meditation that I am going to get up, after a few hours, I never became enlightened. Once I decided, if I am not going to become enlightened, I am not going to get up from this seat. Idam asanam sushyate sariram. Very beautiful Sanskrit sloka. Let this body dry up in this very place. Till I became enlightened, I am not going to move. Buddha says, the moment he created this strong clarity, authentic sankalpa, will, he says, next second I became enlightened. Next second he became enlightened. All you need to do, when you replace your suffering, if you are thinking, no, 10 times today I can replace, 11th time if it comes back, tomorrow only I have to try, then nothing will happen. Decide, till it stops coming, I am going to replace. That's what I call courage, dhira. And once you have replaced means, you can start laughing at it. Arey, I was afraid of you for so many years. I was getting shaken by you for so many years. I was getting frightened by you for so many years. All it takes to push you out is a glass of water, a cup of coffee, nothing else. A thought to have a cup of coffee, a thought to stand up is more than enough to remove the worst suffering from your inner space. Whatever can be. It looks too simple. That is why the problem is, because it looks too simple, people come and tell me, no, Swamiji, it cannot be so simple. I think you missed somewhere, Swamiji. Really, people think, hey, he's too young, maybe he knows only few things, that's what he's teaching. No, that is the problem. Understand, truth is simple. Truth is simple. There is a beautiful traditional song, oh, so difficult to be a devotee of Shiva. Ramana Maharshi sang a very beautiful song. He says, no, so easy, the enlightenment science. So easy. I tell you, it is neither difficult nor easy. Even if I say it is easy, there is little difficult. It is not even easy, it is constantly happening in you. Don't you understand? Every moment a new thought is replacing the old thought. Why are you afraid that you will bring your old thought back? It's like trashing your emails and bringing it back from a trash can. You just bring it back from trash. Just now you trashed it, you deleted, and it has went to it has gone. Now you again go into the trash and try to bring that email back. Relax. Constantly your thoughts are getting replaced. This itself shows nothing can possess your inner space. Nothing can overpower you. Nothing can overrule you. You have independence, intelligence to replace any suffering. You have freedom to replace any fear. You have freedom to replace any negativity. Understand? It's a very simple truth, very simple truth. This is what I call unclutching. If you can understand this one truth and connect with this, if this one truth clicks, this can destroy the root of ignorance, the root of mind. Nothing else is needed. Nothing else is needed. And one more important thing, nothing else can work. Please understand, nothing else can work. Anything you try to do by creating new thought, creating new idea, people come and tell me, Swamiji, I want to escape from my suffering, should I chant some mantra? I tell them that will become one more suffering. No, really. I have seen people chanting Ramakrishna, 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 Ramakrishna. And in between, hey, have you purchased the vegetables? What happened to our market? Did you bring the accounts? Ramakrishna, 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 Ramakrishna. Understand, many times, when you try to repeat something, you create a new shaft. People feel offended. How can you say mantra japa does not help? I am not saying it does not help. Of course, let me tell you openly, it does not help. I just thought I will be socially polite, but let me be open. The satya is much better and much more important than being socially polite. Understand, I tested it in my life. For 10 years, not with one mala, I will have 2 mala. If I finish one mala, one round, I will push one bead. By that 108, 108. By the time I finish this mala, I would have chanted 10,008 times. I have done enough. I tell you, that only creates one more guilt. You are not able to do mantra continuously. Because by the time you move the next bead, already one thought has come. If somebody records what happens inside your system, Ramakrishna, move the next bead, Ramakrishna, move the next bead, Ramakrishna, move the next bead. That's what is going on inside. That is what is going on inside. Oh, I think I chanted too many times. Let me count. I know, because I have done it. Not only that, I have always seen people, when they close and with closed eyes, they will start counting the beads. After some time, slowly they will touch with the other hand and see how long it is going to take. Is it going to take 5 more minutes or 3 more minutes where that bead is there? Let me tell you, it's from my experience. Understand an important truth. Do not try to create one more shaft. Just realize the shaft which you believe exists does not exist. That's all. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to understand. And rest in that unclutched awareness. Nirvigalpa Satya. Let me explain exactly what is unclutching. When you sit for meditation, when you sit silently, you will see so many thoughts coming up. Do not connect all of them and give a meaning to it. The moment you give meaning to the words, either you will try to suppress or you will try to execute. Either you will try to go behind them or you will try to suppress them. Understand? Creating a thought is Brahma's work. Maintaining a thought by going behind it is Vishnu's work. Trying to destroying a thought is Rudra's work. If you stop doing all these 3 work, you will become Parabrahma. That's all. Creation, maintenance, destruction. Relax from all 3. Relaxing from all 3 is what I call unclutching. Let me give you one more detail or a very strong truth. When a thought arises in you, instead of giving meaning to it, just unclutch, means just relax to the source. When a thought arises, if you start giving meaning to it, what you will do, either you will try to do what the thought says, or you will try to suppress, hey, don't come, wait, I am going to meditate. Don't do both. Instead of putting your attention towards the meaning of the sound, just see the source of the sound, that's all. Then your mind will say, no, I am feeling bored. I am feeling bored is one more thought. Why are you clutching? You see, how will you have the idea that you are feeling bored? The boredom which you experienced 10 years ago, the boredom which you experienced 9 years ago, the boredom which you experienced yesterday are independent experiences. Why are you connecting all of them and giving that idea boredom? Only when you connect all of them and give the idea that this is what is boredom, now you will think, yes, I am having the same experience, I am having boredom. Do not connect and clutch and see. Just see. If your mind says, I am feeling bored, just say, what is boredom? Let me not give some meaning out of my past clutching. Let me see, what do you mean by the word boredom? Let me see how it feels like. Let me see how it feels like. Attend your enemy one thought at a time. If you think all thoughts put together is your enemy, you empowered your enemy. Always understand, when you work with your enemy, divide and rule. If you think all your enemies are gathered together, you will start having all unnecessary fears. Your enemies are not that intelligent as you think always. This is one of the important sutra. Understand? Even in your life. Your enemies are not that intelligent and cooperative, understanding as you think. Just like you, they will also have problem among themselves. Your mind, if you think your mind is your enemy, do not empower it by saying it is a one single huge organism. No. Handle it one thought at a time. One thought at a time. Because in your hand you have only one weapon. Means you have only one thought. One thought is one weapon. With one weapon, one thought, how will you handle 10,000 thoughts? No, you can't. So break your mind also. Tell your mind, come one at a time. We will face to face. We will see face to face. Face every single thought. Unclutch from every single thought. Your mind will say, no, half an hour I unclutched. Now again thoughts are coming. The unclutching happened 30 minutes ago, the unclutching happened 20 minutes ago, the unclutching happened 10 minutes ago, are totally different individual experiences. Why are you connecting all those unclutching and feeling that this unclutching and that unclutching is same? No. This moment, what is happening in me is an independent experience. A very subtle truth, please understand. You need to put your whole attention, your whole energy, your whole awareness. Only then the click will happen. If the click happens, you are blessed. Because this very single click can be used as a key for so many difficulties and problems in your life. It will revolutionize the way in which your mind functions, the way in which you make decisions, the way in which your fears threaten you, your desires drive you crazy. The whole thing will be reorganized. The whole thing will be revolutionized. If you know any big idea or goal which drives you crazy can be replaced just by a thought of having a cup of coffee, will you have respect for that goal? Will you have respect for that ideal? Suddenly you will see what all you thought as goal does not have any more power over your inner space. You say, no. That and all is really needed for life. I don't want to leave this, I don't want to leave that. You may try to catch here, there, here, there, here, there. But what to do? Even if you try to catch, it is leaving, it is slipping. How long you will try to catch a river which is flowing? You can't. Suddenly you will see a non-moving, immovable, the authentic self arises in you. That is what I call living enlightenment. Living enlightenment. Understand? An authentic being which does not need your mind to operate your body is what I call living enlightenment. Your being does not need your mind to run your body. If your mind is constantly staying inside you, it is just because of your fear. What will happen to me? How will my body run if my mind leaves me? You do not understand. If your mind leaves you, your life will happen in a much better way, in a much more intelligent way, because your mind is culprit. Your thinking is problem. Your dilemma is suffering. Your movement is depression. When you sit, if thoughts are raising, just remember, let me unclutch. Just unclutch. I am not going to empower this thought by following or by fighting. Let me unclutch. Again in 2 seconds, one more thought will come. Again, let me unclutch. After a few minutes, you will see continuously you are repeating a thought, unclutching, I am unclutching, I am unclutching. Then unclutch from that too. The moment you remember, you immediately unclutch. Unclutch from the very idea about you. Understand? You have two identity. The identity which you carry and show to the outer world as you are. See how you wanted world to know you, and the identity which you project to the outer world, that is called ahankara. And another one identity which you carry in you, which you believe as you inside your heart, which you feel as you inside your heart, this is called mamakara. Your whole life is nothing but the fight between ahankara and mamakara. How you want to project you and how you believe as you. What you want to project you and what you believe as you. Your whole life is nothing but the fight between these two identities. Ahankara, how you project you, will always be much more than what you are. Superiority complex. Mamakara, what you believe as you, will always be much lower than what you are. Inferiority complex. Your whole life is nothing but the suffering between this inferiority and superiority. Tug of war. Whether the thoughts are related to inferiority or superiority, neither give life nor suppress them. Just unclutch. Just unclutch. Now the fear, important fear comes. If I constantly unclutch, who will run my life? Understand, your prarabdha with which you created your body, that's what I call biomemory. Your biomemory is intelligent enough to run your body and maintain your infrastructure and expand your wealth. Trusting this truth is what I call bhakti. When Krishna says, Ananyas chintayanto mamye jana pariyupasade desham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyakam. Whoever resides in me, remembering constantly me, their needs and comforts, I myself bring and see that things stays with that person. Understand? This assurance he gives for the people who have the fear of unclenching and relaxing. I tell you, just try for 10 days. I'm not saying try for whole life. Try for 10 days. Try unclenching for 10 days. If your balance sheet does not increase, forget about me and my technique. Forget about. You will see it straight away adds to your life. Nothing will be reduced. Nothing will be taken away. Your clarity, your profession, your relationship, your health, everything will be added. 10 days, try this unclenching. Constantly unclench. Whether you are eating, sleeping, driving. Of course, while you drive, don't close your eyes. Constantly try to unclench. If it does not improve your life, then forget about it. Don't bother. I tell you, you will never miss it. I have seen how it just transforms your life. Don't have these hypothetical fears. Mind exists based on hypothetical fears. If you look into the hypothetical fears, mind will disappear. Mind will disappear. Do not entertain the hypothetical fears of your mind. Just try for 10 days. When I say this, I am responsible for these words. Understand? I know it is getting recorded. I am responsible for what I am talking. Just try 10 days this unclenching. I assure, I have seen, it only adds your health, adds to your wealth, adds to your well-being, and adds to your relationship. Only your fear creates an idea, no, if I do, who will pay my bills, who will run my life? You will run your life in a much better way when you are unclutched. You pick up a few thoughts here and there, like a conveyor belt. If the conveyor belt is going on, you pick up whatever you need and create a shaft. Same way, either you pick up all sufferings and create a pain shaft, or you pick up all joyful memories and incidents and create a joy shaft. If you try to elongate joy shaft or break the pain shaft, both is impossible because the shaft does not exist. It is imaginary. Third important thing, fortunately, every new thought proves the old thought has lost its influence over your inner space. This proves no suffering can overtake you. Eternal hell does not exist. Understand? The eternal hell is a foolish concept taught to you to torture, frighten you. Because even here, nothing can be eternal. It just moves. It just moves. There's a beautiful one-liner. You can't step into the same river twice. Because by the time, second time you put your step, river has moved. I tell you, you can't step into the same river even once. Because by the time you put your foot and it reaches the ground, water has moved. Constantly, the very replacement, new thoughts appearing shows you have an inner space which gets replaced, which gets rejuvenated, which gets refreshed, which is untouchable, which is pure, because the inner space is pure. You are able to have new thoughts. The new thoughts happening proves the old thoughts have lost its influence over you. So do not be afraid of depression, suffering, fear, desire. anything. Do not be afraid of internal enemies. Let you be liberated from the internal enemies. And the last essence, ultimate thing, do not be afraid of unclutching. A small example, in the north, they will have a strange way of catching the birds, trap, strange kind of trap. I have seen in my wandering. I spent my 10 years in walking all over India, begging and eating and sleeping under the trees and meditating. I've seen in north, they will have a trap to catch birds. I think I have a small stick. They even brought a bird to give you a visual. I've seen how they trap the birds. Understand? Like this, they will put a stick and hang it between the trees. That's all. You will be surprised. How can this trap a bird? Understand? When this is hanging, the bird will come and sit here. Bird will come and sit here. When it sits, just because of its own weight, what will happen? It will become like this. It will become topsy-turvy, upside down. This poor bird, it starts thinking, if it leaves, if it relaxes, it will fall and die. I have seen for hours the bird will be hanging. The poor guy will be fluttering, will be trying its best, shaking the wings, but he will be hanging, thinking if he relaxes, if he lets go, he will fall and break his head and die. Have you heard any time a bird falling and breaking his head and dying? No. Fool does not know if he lets go, he can just fly. He can be liberated. Understand? I have seen the bird will be hanging. This hunter fellow will slowly come after 2-3 hours. He will come and just pick up that bird and put it in the cage. How that foolish bird is thinking, if it lets go, he will fall and die. Same way, we have the fear. If we let go our mind, if we unclutch, we will fall and our life will become mess. We will disappear. Understand? There is no history, there is no record. The bird which let go, which opened up, has fallen and died. Same way, there is no record. A person who has unclutched has lost something in his life. Just like how that bird, one more thing, that bird feels that stick is a security. It hangs on to it. But poor guy, the hunter comes, not only he loses the stick which he thinks as security, he is eternally prisoned. Same way, what you think as security, your mind and life, if you hold on to it, what happens? Yama is the hunter, death is the hunter. When he comes, not only what you think as security will be lost, they eternally put to the death, lost the truth. Understand? Just like that bird, in a very foolish way, we are hanging on to the stick, the mind, with the fear. If we let go, what will happen, what will happen, what will happen? Sometime I have seen some birds which are flying, they will come and poke this bird and tell, hey, let go. I had the same problem. When I relaxed, I just started flying. I just started flying. All it takes is just 2-3 minutes to balance. See, the bird will be topsy-turvy. When it leaves, maybe 2 seconds it will start falling and it will just turn and start flying. That 2-3 second chaos, courageously facing the 2-3 second chaos is what I call tapas. When you unclutch, there will be some revolution in your life, day-to-day thinking, decision making, in your daily routine, in your lifestyle. Courageously going through that revolution, going through the transformation which happens in you is what I call tapas. Understand? Rarely the bird which was stuck like this in the trap but had courage and let go, opened up, it comes back and says, tells the bird which is hanging, hey, let go, relax, listen. I was like you. When I opened up, I never fell and broken my head or died. I only became liberated. I only became free bird. Come on. Understand? If the bird lets go, if the bird relaxes, it will be enjoying its freedom. Same way, if you let go, you will become Paramahamsa. You will become Paramahamsa. Let me tell you, I was hanging. Now, just because I have seen this in my experience, let me tell you, with that courage, with that authenticity, with that truth, with that satya, please understand, when it comes from the experienced inner space, even if your logic is fighting, don't bother, you will have that experience. When it comes from the truth, it will reach your true self and being. All you need to do, just let go. You will become Paramahamsa. You will become Paramahamsa. Let you live enlightenment. Life lived in an unclutched way is what I call living enlightenment. Today's webinar subject, unclutching. Few basic truths about life. Few basic sacred secrets about life. What is life? What for life? More and more you try to seek answers for these questions, you become seeker. More and more you try to answer these questions for others, you become philosopher. But these questions remain untouched forever, because each one has to discover the answer inside them for these questions. For the outer world comforts, you don't need to reinvent whatever is already invented. You can use the same thing. But for the inner world enlightenment, you need to discover your religion individually and independently. These questions, what for life is, What is life? What for life? These questions raise the intensity of life in you, brings authenticity to your living. I discovered answers to these questions inside me. But I will not do the mistake of giving you answer. I'll give you the process through which you can discover the answer within yourself. Please understand, if I give you the answer, it will not be your own answer. Any philosophy given ready-made, like a teaspoon feeding, is not going to become part of you, is not going to be enlightening you. It may be a philosophy, it may be a bookish knowledge, maybe you can be like a librarian sitting with it, but it is not going to become part of your life. My answer to this question, what is life, what for life, will no way be useful for you. You need to find your own answer. I can only give you the process. The process I am offering to all of you to find answers for the basic questions of life is unclutching. Understand this word unclutching. This word does not exist in Oxford Dictionary. Please understand, this word is my contribution to the English language itself. For the English language itself, this word is my contribution, because this word does not exist in Oxford Dictionary. It does not exist. One day early morning, like intuition, suddenly this word has flowered in me as a Mahavagya. Mahavagya means the ultimate truth, the ultimate statement. Each Mahavagya is the punch dialogue from one Upanishad. It is a punch from one Upanishad. Each tradition have their own Mahavagya. There are so many Mahavagyas. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Prajnanam Brahma, Brahmaivahamasmi, Ayamanma Brahma. In Saiva tradition, Saiva Sampradayas, Shivoham. There are so many Mahavagyas. Please understand, this word, unclutching, is the ultimate spiritual truth. This process, unclutching, can directly upgrade your very consciousness. Today, through this webinar, I'll present unclutching as a technique, method to upgrade your consciousness, raising your inner space. When you upgrade your consciousness, raise your inner space, become more authentic, hundreds of good side effects happen. Like you become healthy, you become wealthy, you become a leader, you become more intelligent, you become more balanced. Thousands of things happen in you as the side effect of upgrading your consciousness. Today, I'll present unclutching as a powerful process to upgrade your consciousness. Understand these 3 words, then you will be able to catch the truth of unclutching. Clutching, disclutching, unclutching. Clutching, disclutching, unclutching. Clutching means, holding, getting attached. Disclutching means completely getting disconnected, breaking. Unclutching means moving back to clutch any time when it is needed. Understand? When you shift your gears, you need to unclutch. Disclutching won't work. Disclutching means it can be breaking. Even if the gearbox breaks, if the gears break, if the shaft breaks, disclutching can happen. But after the disclutching, the possibility for clutching again may not exist. Here, with unclutching, you move out. But to unite again whenever is required. Continuously, you are clutched to your body, to your mind, to your emotions, with so many things. Now, I can say even with your Facebook identity, Twitter identity, even with your Twitter name, you identify yourself, clutch yourself. With Facebook identity, you clutch yourself. You clutch yourself with thousands of things. The ideas your mind creates, the idea of joy, idea of pain, idea of pleasure, with so many things you clutch. Unclutching, even if it is practiced sincerely in a very small level, brings so much of awakening in you. Please understand, even very little level, if you can practice unclutching, it brings so much of awakening. What is unclutching? Let me describe just in few statements. I have described about unclutching for hundreds of hours in my various discourses. Everything is available in the YouTube. I sincerely recommend all the seekers to spend little time in YouTube, in my channel Live Bliss Foundation. You can hear hundreds of hours of my descriptions and discourses on unclutching. I have given thousands of definitions of unclutching. Even in the Twitter, I have defined 55 definitions of unclutching. Now I will give you a very simple, straight process of unclutching. When a thought rises in you, without supporting it, encouraging it, entertaining it, or being entertained by it, relaxing from it. Please understand. When a thought rises in you, without entertaining it and without being entertained by it, without encouraging it, without being excited by it, just relaxing. If you start relaxing from the thoughts which are rising, you will experience freedom from the identity which you created. Please understand. Experiencing freedom from the identity you created means healing thousands of wounds you are carrying inside. Millions of possibility for pain, suffering you are carrying inside. Constantly you create shaft of thoughts with thoughts of pain, joy, pleasure, shaft of thoughts. Please understand. The center, each block is an independent thought. First you have pain, then joy and pain mixed, then pain, then joy, pain and joy mixed, then pain, joy and pain mixed, joy. Kind of a different thoughts. Please understand, in the center, each block is considered as one thought. I am trying to visually describe. Each block is one thought, each block is one thought. By putting all these blocks continuously, you create the shaft. You can name that shaft as a mind or ego or identity, whatever you want you can call it. Your inner shaft, your mind is made up of many independent thoughts. But unfortunately, you don't have awareness to look at your mind as it is. Buddha says very beautifully, original mind is nirvana. Mind as it happens is already unclutched, but unfortunately, you pick up from the independent thoughts and create your own short view about yourself. Very narrow idea about your life. You don't look at your mind as it is happening. You don't look at your life as it is happening. You either try to believe your whole life was pain, or sometime you try to believe your whole life was joy. One of the biggest achievement, I feel pride and happy is whenever I look back about my past, I don't have any idea about it. I neither feel it was always joyful, nor feel it was always painful, and no feeling at all. Please understand. If somebody comes to me and asks, Swamiji, give me one gift, the best thing you have in your life. If somebody asks for it, I will choose only this. Gift of not feeling your past as a chain of joy or chain of pain. Because I do not feel my past as a chain of pain or chain of joy, I just know my future is also free, just like my past. But unfortunately, every human being tries to develop an idea about their past as pain or pleasure. When you talk to others, you try to create a shaft. Sometime, if you are in that sad mood, you say, from the birth I was abused. You tell all your stories. Continuously, you connect the pain memories, pain thoughts, and feel your life as a pain. Please understand, one of the biggest danger in the life is when you believe something and repeat it again and again, that becomes your reality. I can give you one small example. If you can walk 3 kilometers without gasping for breath, for 10 days, go around and tell all your friends, family, everybody, strongly, authentically, I can walk up to 10 kilometers without gasping for breath. First 2 days you will feel it is a lie. Try 10 days. Repeat the same thing. You know you can only walk 3 kilometers, but go on repeating. I can walk 10 kilometers. Tell your friends, family, everybody, just brag. It's very easy. See, after a month, you will really be able to walk more than 8 kilometers. Your capacity drastically increases. Please understand, whatever you repeat again and again and again becomes your reality. That is why, again and again I am insisting, don't repeat your life as a pain. Don't write your biography as a long pain shaft. No, because if you repeat your life as a long pain shaft, you will project the same pain shaft on the future also. When you look deep, you will see each pain you claim happened in your life is an individual incident. When you connect all of them and see, you create tremendous suffering for yourself. Stop connecting and creating that shaft. Stop continuously creating pain shaft or pleasure shaft in your life. Unclutching is a powerful, self-sufficient guide to your enlightenment, to upgrade your consciousness. Please understand, unclutching can be self-sufficient guide to your enlightenment, to upgrade your consciousness. Unclutching not only changes the way you perceive the reality, it transforms the reality itself. Please understand, not only it changes the way you perceive reality, it changes reality itself. Because it is a very powerful process, touches the source where the perceiver and perceived both come out. There are many methods, techniques which works only on the seer, not the seen. Unclutching, it's a technique which works on the source from which seer and seen both comes out. Whenever I talk about unclutching, traffic jam happens in my throat. because so much need to be told. So much needs to be added. Unclutching is the ultimate meditation technique. It can directly upgrade your consciousness. Please understand, purpose of the human life is to upgrade your consciousness. Temples, rituals, religions, sacred books, everything is just for upgrading your consciousness, raising your consciousness. The very reason of your human body, existence of your human body, is to raise your consciousness. See, when your consciousness raises, automatically you become leader of your life, Lord of your life. You become God for yourself, Ishvara for your life. Becoming Ishvara of your own life is a basic necessity for every human being. You need to become Lord of your life. You need to raise your consciousness. Unclutching liberates you instantaneously. Immediately. This one process is enough. It is self-sufficient for whether you are a beginner or professional seeker or about to get enlightened. Unclutching is a complete technique for you. If you have problems related to your health, unclutch. If you have problems related to your wealth, unclutch. If you have problems related to your mind and the mental health, unclutch. If you have problems related to your relationships, unclutch. If you have problems related to your emotions, unclutch. If you have problems related to your consciousness, again the solution is unclutch. I'll give you the 9 levels of unclutching. Unclutching from the outer world, like problems and difficulties related to name and fame. Devotees, disciples, please note down in your book of heart. 9 unclutching. Please note down in your book of heart. 9 different levels of unclutching. First, unclutching from your outer world means when you have problems related to name, fame, money. If you unclutch, please understand, I am not saying you need to lose that money, name and fame. No. You will lose the problems and suffocations and stress, sufferings created in you because of money, name and fame. When the problems, suffocation, stress is removed, suddenly you have a pure inner space where you can create whatever you want in the outer world. Understand? Biggest asset any human being can have is free inner space, extra inner space. Whenever I give energy darshan to people, I just give them few hundred more acres of inner space, that's all.
extra inner space, just like Google gives storage space. Extra inner space is the ultimate wealth. Wealth is not the billions of dollars you have, or the relationships you have, or the bungalows, properties you have. The real wealth is extra inner space you have. The space you have inside, free space, in which you can do your creativity, you can do your creation. That extra free inner space is the real wealth. When you unclutch from the difficulties, stress, sufferings, suffocation created by money, name and fame, you achieve that ultimate wealth, extra free inner space. Second, unclutch from the outer world identities. The identities you carry, social identity, professional identity, racial identity, national identity. Sometimes you think you identify yourself based on your religion, your country, your race, your caste, your community, your creed. Please understand, this racial identity, national identity is responsible for millions of people dying every year in the planet Earth. World's worst terrorist on the planet Earth is racial and national identity. Please understand, largest number of deaths on the planet Earth is caused by racial and national identity. The moment you feel you belong to certain geography, you are ready to sacrifice your life for that geography. People die, especially youngsters. Millions die in the war fields. And without any guilt, without any even second thought, people kill people just because their national identity. Identity you create because of your geography. I tell you, most uncivilized act is killing people because of your racial and national identity. It is so unfortunate still human beings have not evolved from that low conscious of killing people, destroying people because of racial and national identity. Same way, the racial identity is responsible for all religious and communal terrorism. Unclutch from social, professional, racial, national identities, you will see so much of peace, joy, bliss happening in you. Universal intelligence awakens in you the moment you unclutch from low-level identities. The moment you unclutch from racial, national identities, immediately the universal intelligence awakens in you. Third, unclutching. Unclutching from thoughts, verbalization and visualization happening inside. Please understand. Unclutching from thoughts means the verbalization and visualization happening inside. When you look in, the verbalization happening, the visualization happening in you are all thoughts. Unclutch from both. Continuously try to unclutch from both. You will see extraordinary powers expressing in you when you start unclutching from your verbalization and visualization. You will become yogi. Understand? Living as a yogi is life. Unclutch from verbalization and visualization. Whenever you remember, the verbalization happening in you constantly, the words moving, or the visualization happening in you, the ideas happening in you, unclutch from that. Even the boredom, feeling bored, restless, is also one more thought, one more verbalization, one more visualization. Unclutch even from that. And fourth level of unclutching. Unclutch from your emotions, pain and pleasure. Let me tell you from my own experience. When I fell from the horse during the horse riding and fractured my hand, just all I need to do is unclutching from that pain. I could see very clearly body was healing at least 5 times more faster than normal speed of healing. I tell you, I really felt so joyful. I felt so happy for my body. Wow, what a body to live with. Body which does not give you pain, friend who does not give you doubt, wife who does not give you instability, are all rare blessings. Body which does not give you pain is such a joy to live with that body. I know I don't have pain because I received the blessings of many yogis and did many techniques, but when you see that literally in your life as experience, I felt, oh God, what an achievement. I felt such big relief. I tell you, when you unclutch from pain and pleasures, not only you are free from it, even your health improves drastically. Fifth, unclutching from the inner world identities like parental conditioning, ahankara and mamakara. Ahankara means the idea you project about yourself to others. Mamakara means the idea you believe about you as you inside you. See, always the idea you project to others about you will be more than what you are. Mamakara, the idea you believe about you in the inner self is always lower than you. Idea you project on others, an idea you project on yourself. This ahamkara and mamakara your whole life is nothing but the fight between the ahankara and mamakara. Means the identity you project in the outer world and the identity you believe as you in the inner world. Unclutch from inner world identities, both the identities, Unclutch from the identity you project to the outer world. Unclutch from the identity you believe as you in the inner world. Sixth level of unclutching. Unclutch from the biomemories. Means the very patterns you are carrying. Pattern of depression. Pattern of pain. Pattern of irritation. Patterns of suffering. Patterns of your own ideas. You need to realize the truth. You are not even orphan. Orphan means what? You are alone. Everybody else is your enemy. Here you don't need to realize that you are alone. There is no enemy. You are alone, but there is no enemy. If you are alone, how can there be enemy? Only if there is somebody else, there can be enemies. If you unclutch from the patterns to the extent till you realize there is no patterns in reality. In reality, you are alone. In reality, you are just existing. Kevala. Next, unclutch from body. Unclutch from body itself. Please understand. When you unclutch from your body, thousands of disorders you create by yourself, like arthritis, blood pressure, all this completely disappears. The seventh level of unclutching is unclutching from body. And eighth level of unclutching, unclutching from the idea of time. Unclutch day, night, morning, evening, midnight. Go on unclutching. Unclutch from the idea of boredom, feeling restless. Unclutch from the idea of time. I tell you, time is the greatest myth you are carrying in your life. That is the worst conditioning you are carrying. Actually, there is no such thing as time. Sun rises and sets, moon rises and sets, stars move, planet moves, life moves. That's all. Where is time? You rise, live, disappear. That's all. Where is time? Time is one of the myths like a clothes. You forget human body does not come with clothes. How many of you remember? I tell you, none of us remember. Human body comes to planet Earth without clothes, goes out without clothes. We think human body comes with clothes and goes with clothes. Just like a cloth is the illusion which has become part of your biomemory. Time is an illusion which has become part of your very consciousness itself. So unclutch from the idea of time. Ultimately, the ninth level of unclutching, unclutching from the very idea I. Unclutch from that very idea I. In every level of unclutching, in every aspect of unclutching, you will experience some new free dimension of you. You will experience some extraordinary experiences or expressions. I tell you, all the auspicious things of life and beyond life is achieved just by this one process, unclutching. Just by this one technique, unclutching. Just this one technique, unclutching. These 9 levels of unclutching. The 9th level is unclutching from the very idea I. The I. The very idea I is the source of everything you experience, you perceive. Unclutching from that very source, the idea of I. You can start in these 9 levels, any one level. Because of the benefits and experiences you will have, simply you will move to next level and experience all 9 levels. Just like 9 levels of unclutching, I wanted to introduce 3 kinds of unclutching. Unclutching from the luxury activities, like activities may not be required for your life, which you do as a luxury, playing video games, luxury activities. Second, unclutching from existential activities. Means for your existence, you start doing many activities like going to your office, your profession. When I say unclutch, I don't mean you will stop those activities. Your body will be performing those activities. The sufferings and the stress caused by those activities will not be there in your body. That's all. In your being. Third, unclutching from the survival activities. Even the basic survival activity like a food, eating, sleeping, unclutching even from those things. When you unclutch from the survival activities, please understand, I am not saying you will stop eating, you will stop drinking. No. All I am telling you is, you will live in unclutched space. Your body may continue the activities necessary for survival. Unclutching is the greatest life solution. Unclutching liberates you from all types of addictions. Unclutching is the most simple and ultimate technique. How much ever you hear about unclutching, unless you experience it, you will not know about it. I sincerely urge, inspire, encourage all of you to experience unclutching at least 20 minutes a day in the beginning level. From today, sit unclutched at least 20 minutes a day. You will see within next few days, unclutching helps you so much. It frees you from so many sufferings. It makes you matured so many ways. It upgrades your consciousness so much. You will start spending more and more time in unclutched space, ultimately your whole life will be in unclutched space. Unclutching makes you a leader, because when you unclutch, trillions of cells in your brain are awakened. Your highest inner potential energy, dormant cosmic energy, awakens to its peak. Unclutching is inner awakening. Unclutching is samadhi. Unclutching is meditation. Unclutching is inner guru. Unclutching is God itself. Unclutching is a subject. Subject need to experience this subject. In ordinary life, objects are experiencing the subject. In unclutching, subject need to experience the subject objectively. Subject need to experience the subject objectively. I'll lead you into the experience of unclutching now. After the experience, I'll answer few questions, your questions, the experiential doubts. Now, please understand the process. Now I am initiating all of you into unclutching as a technique, as a meditation technique. Sit in a relaxed way. You can sit in the chair or on the floor. Be comfortable, that's all. Anything is okay. Be comfortable. Sit in a relaxed way. Close your eyes, and any thought rises in your inner space. Decide you are not going to support that thought. You are not going to destroy that thought. You are not going to encourage that thought. You are not going to create a new thought without creating, maintaining, destroying. Sit. Understand? When you don't do the job of Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, you become Parabrahma. When you don't do the job of creation, maintenance and destruction, you become one with existence. Now, just sit. Sit in a relaxed way. Close your eyes. Unclutch from every thought. Don't miss a single thought in your inner space. Don't be unconscious. Unclutch from every thought. When thought rises in you, just decide, I am not going to support it, encourage it. I'll just unclutch from it. I'll just distance myself from it. Just a simple will. I will unclutch is enough. The thought will lose power over you. After a few seconds, again some other thought may come. Unclutch from that thought also. Slowly, 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 after a few minutes, except the thought of unclutching, nothing else will be there. Unclutch from that thought also. Unclutch even from the technique of unclutching. When you unclutch honestly, authentically, automatically your Kundalini energy rises, your Kundalini is awakened, and your body may levitate, Whatever happens, let it happen. Unclutch from everything. Just be unclutched. I initiate all of you into unclutching. Let the unclutching happen in all of us. Don't miss even one thought in your inner space. Unclutch from every single thought and every single idea. Do not create or maintain or destroy a thought. Just be unclutched. I sincerely recommend all of you, if you are a beginner, at least spend 20 minutes per day in unclutching. If you already tasted unclutching, intensify the quality of unclutching and increase the time of unclutching in your life. Due to time constraint, I am not able to answer many of your questions today, but I have answered hundreds of questions, all possible questions related to unclutching, and all those answers are available in our Life Bliss Foundation's YouTube channel. There is a separate playlist called Be Unclutched in our YouTube channel. You can spend little time with those answers. That will clear many of your doubts. Unclutching is the purest form of meditation. Unclutching is the purest samadhi. When you are unclutching, you save yourself from thousands of problems, self-created sufferings, and you save the country from the crime cost. When you unclutch, you are neither violent towards yourself nor violent towards others. When you are not violent towards yourself, you bring peace and bliss to you. When you are not violent to others, you save crime cost of the country. So, every 5 minutes of your unclutching saves $1 for your country's crime cost. And I have a statistics I can give you. Minute for a Peace, Minute for the Peace website, which I inaugurated today, gives you the clear statistics. When you meditate for a minute, how much of crime cost you save, how many violent crimes you stop. When you unclutch, you bring the best things to your life, and you bring the best things to your country, you bring the best things to your society, you bring the best things to the whole humanity. So I invite all of you to meditate, unclutch, save the planet Earth. Studies done on crime reduction around the world show that each minute of meditation reduces the cost of crime by 20 cents and reduces the incidence of crime by 0.0015%. So based on these calculations, our group of people, 3,000 people sitting with me, every day meditate morning, 40 minutes, saves $17,000 in crime cost and prevents 12 violent crimes all over the world. Please understand, every day we are saving $17,000 and 12 violent crimes. We are stopping 12 violent crimes by our morning satsang and meditation. Now already all of you saved $17,000 in crime costs and prevented 12 violent crimes. So please meditate every day. Enter your meditation minutes in the website minuteforpeace.org. Minuteforpeace.org. Enter into that website. I bless you all. Let you all be unclutched and bring all the auspicious things to your life and to others' life. Please understand, teaching unclutching to others is the best service you can do. This is the greatest contribution you will make and make the difference in others' life. So I bless all of you. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share, explode in eternal bliss. Nityananda.
Paramahamsa Nityananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nityananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit.